Welcome to discussion week when we get on the topic of things that has been going on throughout the weeks in general, not this week, but all the other weeks. This is the first time I'm doing it. Like I mentioned in my previous video, there's going to be a Monday release and a Friday. Not Monday through Friday, Monday and Friday. Because I don't have that much time to do all these other videos. I'm busy. So, and reminder or just be aware that I won't do this every single Monday or Friday. Like I might not upload Monday or Friday. So it depends on how busy I really am. But if you want to know more, then just follow me on social media. The only thing I have right now at the moment is Instagram. So just go to jhype underscore. All right, it's gonna be right somewhere there. Just make sure you follow that if you want to know more, of how I'm doing things. But I don't really post as much. So now this is going to be an interesting week because this is something that I'm not going to do at all, like ever. And I'm talking about a movie review. I'm not going to do that at all. And it's not only because I have a friend that does reviews as well. His channel name is called The Evolution. And for those that were interested in it, I'll put a link in the description down below. Just check the guy's channel out. He's my best friend and does incredible reviews, so please check that out. It's recommended. But also because Sean C did it, and for those that were wondering, Sean C is the guy that inspired me to get into like album reviews in general. So yeah, I was like, you know what? Why not I do an album review as well? But I'm not going to talk about the film too much because I want to get to a topic that I really want to discuss with you guys. And that is the Spotify playlist by HypeBeast Reviews. Because not only that this is the only time I'm going to talk about the playlist, because after this, then that's it. I'm not going to talk about it no more. I'm just simply going to do what I normally do with the album reviews and discussion week, and that's absolutely it. But also, well, yeah, that's just it. So let's get on with the Joker review. One of my favorite films of all time. Joaquin Phoenix simply did incredible. Todd Phillips directing. There were a couple of shots I really enjoyed in the film. Also, how it's about Arthur Flex going through these diagnoses and just can't control his laughter overall. Going deeper into the context and what really can change a man into this real world that we're living in today's society, as this is a film that takes place in the 80s, somehow still is relevant to this day and what can happen when you how you change that to a point in the film where I exactly felt bad for the character itself, when he couldn't control whenever he went up or performed do something, he just couldn't control diagnosis were, and to a point I was laughing at certain parts, but like I thought about, I was just like, damn, like things could happen like this, and I genuinely really felt bad for this poor man. It is intense, but the way how the critics were explaining and telling how the film was are exactly wrong. Or they're completely wrong and took this film to a whole sensitive side that they shouldn't, because Deadpool, believe it or not, was more brutal than the Joker film, but it was comedic purposes. This one was more like a more serious, darker tone because by now we do know the DC, right? But this one felt like a film that was an expectations for for cinema, and I really enjoyed this film. This is by far my favorite film of all time. I really hope you guys are able to see it, but this is just a non-spoiler free review. But I'm done with this. I'm going on to Travis Scott's Highest in the Room. I felt a little iffy about the track. It was an on and off switch. It was what I was expecting from a Travis Scott song, with the auto tune, of course, creativity, adding these fewer elements and instrumentals in the track. But at the end of the track, it kind of started picking up. I really enjoyed how it started forming into a different type of tone of the mood that I seem to get from that track alone, and it's what made me enjoy the song a little more. And of course, it is in the Spotify playlist. And now that's when we get into the playlist. So this in the songs that are in the playlist, they're album reviews I do that you guys are familiar with, and you'll notice a couple of songs that I do, mention that will be on the playlist. And there are also songs that are like in the CDs behind. You're gonna hear one song either per each of the album because I'm not so sure yet. But for now, we have J. Cole's Wet Dream, that's in the playlist. You have 3 Day Grace's Riot. I really enjoy that track, but the album overall is simply incredible. You have 21 Pilots, Hometown. That was my favorite song in the album, next to Tear in My Heart, only because of the instruments that I seem to really love and the elements that are just added in. Also, I have a Kendrick Lamar song, I believe. If not, then it's just a past song he released. But yeah, like you'll see something. I did mention there were gonna be a couple of headbanging tracks, which will mean EDM songs will be in this playlist as well. So be aware of that as. So the top song that is in the playlist is "No Running" by Intercom. That one, the bass when it just comes in immediately is just a headbanger. This shit is acting slow. Slushy, Watch Your Back, which is Slushy is my favorite producer of all time. You have Half an Orange, Blink 182. Love that track. It's not a headbanging track, but it is EDM influence. Yeah, We All by Nonsense. Denzel Curry, Ricky, Little Uzi's newest song. I don't know how to pronounce that if I'm going to be honest. The Trap God himself, Aerocore, The Sound. You have Beast Cold, Distance, Rich Brian, Slow Down Turbo, Epic Beyond the Stars. That's one of my favorite EDM songs that came out this year. Travis Scott, Nightcrawler. Like I said, you're gonna have a couple of old songs I really enjoyed from the past. Not old to the point where we're talking about the '80s. No, I'm just talking about songs throughout the entire years of the 2010s that I really seem to enjoy. And for now, I'm not changing anything else in the play. Like I won't take out a song. This is all gonna stay throughout the entire, until I somehow stop making videos. But that won't ever happen. I'm still going to do this, whether if or not, if I have time or not. Like this is still something I enjoy at the end of the day, and you're going to see this playlist. Hold up, I don't know if you guys can see that, but yeah, you're gonna see all these songs throughout the entire playlist, as you can see Kanye West's My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, which is one of the greatest albums of all time. The song Monster is incredible. As I mentioned, Nicki Minaj's verse on the track was incredible. I enjoyed it. You're gonna see Post Malone's track. You can't see or maybe you could. Oh, hold up. I don't know if you guys can see, but this shit blurry as fuck as at the minute. But On the Road is in this, and all these other tracks. You're gonna see Tyler the Creators. You're gonna see all this shit. If you do somehow go into this, please check out Slander's Potions. It is a beautiful track. No R&B or hip hop, but it is still beautiful. Okay, I guess you could say hip hop or R&B, but the thing is about this track, as I mentioned, the EDM influence. It's still EDM at the end of the day, but it's not like a headbanging track. It's just it's melodic. It's that melodic side of EDM music. But yeah, that's pretty much how the playlist is. You're going to just click on the link in the description if you want to know where do you find it, and you're gonna get a whole bunch of tracks like those. That's all for discussion week, guys. Let me know how do you feel about the Joker movie. If you've seen it or not, let me know down in the comics. Was it a masterpiece or not? Also, the Spotify playlist. Let me know how do you guys feel about that as well. I took some time on the playlist, and any song that releases, I'll put it in there if I enjoyed it or not. You guys could take a preference of how I really feel about the track. Just comment down below something. I'll always reply. It's my job to reply. You guys are awesome. And of course, the Travis Scott song. Let me know how you guys feel about that. But till then, peace.